Hi, welcome to the Property Show here on Buzzin Pattaya. And as always, joining me on the show is Martin from Cornerstone. Martin, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Not so bad, actually. Yeah, it's been a good week.
You've been busy?
Yes, we have indeed. It's been a very busy week, surprisingly.
Excellent. Well, that's good. What I would like to say is, following on from the last show that we did, thank you very much for all of you that have got in touch with Martin, and he's been busy answering your comments. Please remember, though, if you don't get an instant reply, that is because he has to go out and do his bits and pieces. You can't sit here forever, can you?
No, I'm trying to work as hard as I can to get everybody answered, and we're making notes of obviously all the questions that you're asking, and we're going to try and get the topics covered.
Brilliant. All right. So today, the question I would like to ask you is about, I've got a property and I want to sell it. And I guess this applies to rental as well as sales, but I've got a property and I want to present it. Now, to me, I think, oh yeah, this looks okay. But you're the guy that's got to try and get that person over the line in terms of a sale or a rental. I mean, I'm sure there are things that you've seen or you get as a common occurrence that you think, do you know what, I really wish people wouldn't do that. So I'm going to put you on the spot kind of and say to you, in your opinion, with your experience, what are the common mistakes that people make in terms of presenting their property in the best possible way? Things that you would love people to say, do you know what, take that out of the way?
So the things you should look for, I mean, when we're coming to take photographs of a property or when we're coming for a client, ideally those clients or ourselves would love the property to be like, show home standard, where everything has got its place, it's clutter free, curtains are open, lights are on, air conditioners are on. That's really the ultimate, if possible. But just before we arrive, again, whether it's for taking photographs to list your property or we're bringing a client for rental or for sale, just take a walk through the place yourself. Things like, laundry, washing up, putting even like cushions on sofas, just sort of fluffing everything up, making the beds. Those kind of things, even though it sort of seems, very sort of small details, really, make a huge impact, especially, like I say, when we're taking the photographs, because we touched on this before where, we have a file of about 50 images, but we use the best ones.
Sure.
So the better the rooms, the more images we can use. So that obviously means it presents well. And then realistically with a client, again, I'm touching on something from before, but realistically you have like about 30 seconds before people make decisions in their mind. I like it, I don't like it, I'm not sure. So again, if we can keep win-win-win as soon as they step through the property, then great. Oh, another one, sorry.
Oh, go on.
Any pets?
Oh, you just beat me too. I was just going to say to him, and what about if you've got your dog running around?
Absolutely, yeah, sorry about that, putting it all into one category. But yeah, again, if you've got any animals, I mean, try and put them somewhere. If they're barking dogs, maybe one of your family members or next door neighbour can just take them for a walk. Also, and I say this as a non-father, any sort of like 2 or 3 year olds.
Can you take the kids out of the cupboard now? They've gone.
Yeah, it's not a nice thing to say, but again, sort of children screaming and whatever. Yeah. That can actually affect the whole the appearance or the atmosphere of the property. And
I'm guessing as well, if you take it to another level, things like the
families, by the way.
That's okay. I'll give you his details below for the claim form. But no, I'm talking about taking it to another level. I mean, things like the garden. I mean, is it worth investing in the garden to come around and give it a cut and just trim it all up, or is that really something that you think most people don't really care about? They're more interested in the actual property.
I would say on that one, then it depends on the level. If you cut your garden regularly, then really there's no need to, get a gardener in specially for a visit. You never know, that client might be looking at other properties and choose something else. But I mean, if you're talking, sort of weeds that are 1 or 2 foot high.
You've been to my house.
Then yes, definitely. Okay. Again, either for photographs or with clients, make the garden look the best. But if you keep a well-maintained garden, then no, don't worry about that.
Okay. And another question I'd like to ask you, Martin, is, let's say I've got a property for sale and you've got a viewing. I mean, how much notice do you as a company here tend to try and give the owner to give them that opportunity? Because, if it's like you've had a phone call and suddenly someone wants to come and watch it, look at it right now, and I'm thinking, oh, hang on, how much notice as a company do you try to give people that are trying to sell their properties with you?
In most cases, I would say that we give them at least a day notice, if not longer. We'll plan our routes with clients. Sometimes we will, obviously explain to clients, obviously we're looking at 3 or 4, just give us some time, go for, okay, in an emergency, go for some lunch and things like that, because, we want to try and get viewings one after the other rather than sort of breaking it up, one day, 2 the next day, and then we've still got other ones to consider after that. So normally at least 24 hours.
Okay, and another question I want to ask you, and I'd like you to be brutally honest here, and I'm going to put you on the spot, and he's thinking, oh no, he's doing it to me again. I know, yeah, it is a theme. I love doing this to you because I know you don't like it. But no, seriously, all jokes aside, I'm the owner of the property. Mm-hmm. Is it better for me to be there, or is it better for me to step away and say, do you know what, you do your thing, I'll get out the picture and leave you to it? Or, because I assume, rightly or wrongly, so please, if you are one of these people, I apologise, but, you might get people sort of like hovering over your shoulder. Oh. I mean, does that help you or does that hinder you?
I suppose, answering it honestly, to have the owners away from the property helps.
Okay.
If you're just outside the property or something like that, if we need a question, again, everyone's got a mobile phone these days. If there's a question that we can't answer, we can always call you to find out.
Right.
But realistically, when we come to list your property, that's the time that we're going to learn everything about the house. Personally, experience from yesterday, for example, it was a big 4-bedroom property. Mm-hmm. We arrived, we obviously do the meet and greet. The first thing I do personally is say to the owner, okay, take me through the property. I'll put the camera down, put everything down, and then just walk through the property with them. They can show me, the kitchen, a built-in dishwasher that you might not recognise, all the things in the house that they believe to be the excellent features of the property. As I go around, I have the phrase, don't worry, I'm going to put all the lights on, but as I'm going around the rooms and finishing, I'll turn all the lights back off again, open curtains and things like that. So it gives me an opportunity to walk around. I'm like this in my head. I'm looking at all the different angles for the photographs, moving things around, getting some help from the owners if necessary. But yeah, it helps for us initially as the meet and greet to take a walk through the property and understand. In all honesty, if we're doing our job right, we can do that tour. But again, some owners, they've got private personal possessions and things, and I understand that people can be concerned of complete strangers walking around their home. But
all right, brilliant. Well, there you go. Well, thank you very much. As always, very comprehensive answers there. And guys, if you are looking at selling your property or renting it out, what Martin said there speaks volumes. And if you are unsure, please get in touch with Martin. As I said earlier, he will answer you. May not be instantly, but he will definitely get back to you. And likewise, if you do have a property or a place, a condominium that you're looking to either sell or to rent, please get in touch with Martin and his team here. They'll be happy to help you, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get someone across the line for you. Sure. Now, coming up in the next edition, which will be in 2 weeks' time, we're actually going to talk about selling, so it's quite relevant because we're going to talk about the hidden fees and things that maybe not hidden, but people don't appreciate, so we'll cover that one next. All right, so that's it for me today here on the Property Show. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember, send in any comments, any questions. Martin and his team will get back to you. And from us, myself and Martin here on Buzzin Pattaya, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next edition of the Property Show here on Buzzin Pattaya.